with the young girl at that point of time in the car who were also brutally beaten up by a mob, and they are here to contradict the Home Minister. They say that this was a clear case of a racial attack. Let's hear from him directly. Tell me something. When you came that day, did anybody ask you anything, or they just started beating you up directly?
Well, the people didn't actually start asking questions. Nobody asked questions, anything. Nobody asked, are you a friend? Were you in the car? Nothing. It was just that at some point, I think the Rio just agreed to themselves that we were in the car. Even though I think some of them saw me coming from Saptagiri. So,
why do you think that was?
Why do I think?
Why do you think they just started attacking you?
Because it was clearly that if I would have been the owner of that car, I wouldn't have been there at that point. Because I would have known that an accident had happened. So why would I come close to that area if I knew there would be trouble?
Do you think they started beating you up because of the color of your skin? Do you think it was a racial attack?
The accident involved an African, and most people just know that they're just saying Africans drive reckless, Africans do this, Africans do this. So even though I did not have a vehicle on me, not a bike, a scooty, or much less a car, they started attacking because it was like all Africans are the same. We all are doing the same thing.
How badly did they beat you?
Well, the beating was really bad. We're just thankful to God that we got out of that without massive injuries.
Where all did you get?
Mostly on my head, and there was, I think, a punch which was landed on my lip, and just the side of my face, and the others were just bodily punches and kicks.
What about the lady who was with you? Was she also beaten up badly?
Yes, she was beaten up because I don't think they were discriminating by then. They were just beating randomly. Everybody was like just beating, that's it. Because I think the public just agreed that we were in that car. And afterwards I saw some news saying that in that car there were 2 boys and 1 girl. So the public already agreed that we were in that car, although we were not in that car. I personally was not in that car at all.
You also tried to get on a bus and you were pushed off the bus.
Yes, we tried to get inside a bus. But when we tried to get inside, we succeeded in getting inside the bus with the girl. But the bus driver did not move the bus at all. It's like he was just there watching. I did not even see what he was doing. All I know is that the bus remained where it was, and nobody tried to offer us a hand inside. So afterwards we were dragged outside, continued beating until some 4 local people who came and stood in front of us.
What about the girl? Her clothes were torn off as well?
By then, that's when I noticed, like when those people stood there, that's when I noticed that she was missing like her top. It's like from the waist going up. From the waist going up, that's when I noticed that she was missing clothes. One guy, a local, asked me, give him your shirt. So when I just looked at myself, that's when I realized I did not have a shirt on. And my shirt was just like here. So I just took it out and gave it to her. She covered herself, and then a good Samaritan, one Indian local, he gave him a shirt. He gave her a shirt, and then like he had to run away because he was like, everybody was just pretty scared of helping us. Even I think there would have been more people there ready to help us, but people are just scared that if the police are scared, how can they help us?
So you're saying there were policemen present at the location?
Yes, because before we got the beating, there were police involved, and then at one point police were there, and then I was trying to talk to the girl like, let's go home, and then the police were not there and people started hitting us.
So when they started beating you up, there were police. After that, you could not spot them.
Yeah, and then throughout the beating, there was no help from the police. Apart from those 4 people and that one Iranian guy, we were offered very little help from the police at that point.
This incident took place on Sunday. When did the police contact you to ask you questions about what happened?
Personally, I started getting like that much like it took importance like yesterday. That's when we went to take our statements, and we were treated to. They took us to see a doctor for her medical examination because nobody could go out at any point because like we were still scared. Like, what if we go out and people are still there trying to beat us? Because my teacher came home because my teacher contacted me, my HOD. He contacted me, and then I told him like we are still inside. We have bruises, but we're okay. He came the next day, and as he was coming towards one of the houses, he saw people outside, so he couldn't get anywhere near it because he was afraid. What if they decide to attack them? What if those people knew they are coming from the college? They might be a little bit angry and start attacking them. So they just contacted me and told me we don't think it's safe for now for both you and them. So I agreed.
You were mentioning to me about how you've gotten messages, threatening messages that come this Saturday, there would be a fresh onslaught on African students here. Tell me more about that.
From what, because like Africans all around Bangalore, we're like communicating. It's like now we're like one. So messages are just arriving. So yesterday we got a fresh message saying that there might be, not sure, but there might be a riot. We're not so sure what's this riot for, if it's an attack or if it's just a riot to like complain or anything. We're not sure if it's safe to like do anything anymore right now.
My last question to you is, how helpful have the local police been? Do you feel safe now that you will be taken care of by the police?
Well, coming on to yesterday, seeing how we were treated from the police, I can say there's a big chance of them being helpful rather than what happened that day, because that day it was a mess. We were all like the beating, and even afterwards it was still scary. At least we are thankful for the media for like alerting the police to like to do their jobs, and I can say at least now they are doing their jobs well, because I can see even on the roads everywhere police are present. So it's like I feel safe to walk in my only like our roads here. We are still not so sure about going to college because so far we haven't gone there. So we cannot even catch up on what the other people are being taught in college. Yeah, so it's like we are just wasting our time staying inside rather than doing what we came here to do.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Yeah.
4 days after a tragic incident in the northern part of Bengaluru, where a mob of 200 to 300 people attacked a group of African students who had absolutely nothing to do with another incident involving a Sudanese student, I'm being